Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cinema Lives. My name is Jules, and this is episode number 10. And today I'm going to be reviewing Hokum, directed by Damian McCarthy. A new horror movie from this year, distributed by Neon, and starring Adam Scott. So, this is the only movie I'm really going to be able to talk about this week. I saw it in the theater, and I've just been very busy. I haven't had a chance to watch much else. Because I started a new job. I'm working at a movie theater. I don't want to say exactly where because I'm not sure about their policy on that, but I love the job and I love getting to work at a movie theater. And luckily, I was able to use some of my benefits to see this movie. And I saw it with a couple of friends and it was a really good time. And yeah, so Hokum, it sort of reminds me of the Irish Shining. That was what I was saying. Basically, Adam Scott plays a character who's an author, and he goes to this little old rustic inn in Ireland, and checks in. And right off the bat, he immediately seems like a massive asshole. He's interacting with the staff very rudely. At first, you kind of think maybe he's not being bad because he's talking to like a creepy owner and helping some kids get out of an awkward situation with this guy. But then he just proceeds to, be very rude to everybody. And there's a weird incident where he burned somebody's hand and with a spoon. And that was just like, I can't imagine somebody doing that in real life. But yeah, he's set up to be an asshole. And him being an author and him coming to this creepy hotel, that's obviously very The Shining. But, yeah, you sort of delve deeper into his backstory, and it's interesting because they sort of show the stuff he's writing on screen, so you go into those stories and see them played out in little bits, and then you also see flashbacks and stuff, so eventually his trauma is unveiled, and you get to know him a little better and understand things. And I don't necessarily want to spoil everything, but eventually there's a turn when he has a mental health crisis. And he kind of, comes back after reckoning with that and tries to help this person who's gone missing from the hotel that helped him with a certain thing. And when he does that, he sort of delves into, this cursed hotel. And it's all linked to, various creepy occult things that are happening there. And hauntings and witches and just all kinds of crazy shit. But it also kind of reminded me of The Wicker Man. Less so than The Shining, but it was very The Shining. But I like just the vibe of Adam Scott, coming to Ireland as an outsider, and acclimatizing with this new group, and them sort of being, begrudgingly, kind of slowly accepting him in, but then it sort of a creepy background unfolding. And yeah, so I had a little bit of vibes of that. So it reminded me of a lot of different things, and sometimes I can be disappointed when that's the case. Not always, because I think nothing's original, and you always have influences, but sometimes things can just feel derivative, and I don't think that was the case with this. It had its own vibe. There was lots of things it reminded me of. It also reminded me of The Witch and Hereditary. And I was just thinking about the lasting impact that those movies have had, ever since. I feel like they've influenced so many new horror movies. And, yeah, I was feeling that. But I was able to get into sort of Adam Scott's character and feel empathy for him. And I sort of got emotional, even teared up at some points. And, yeah, I ended up really vibing with it. I think it did what it was trying to do well. And I enjoyed it. And it was a pretty packed theater, too, which is always cool to get to experience. And people were laughing and kind of jumping when things were scary. And the laughing was more at, the scariness of it, but like with a light sense of humor behind it. Not light, but there's just like a levity, if that makes any sense, to certain moments. But yeah, it was sort of basically like a spooky, fun haunted house ride. But it's also disturbing and fucked up. But I liked it. What can I say? I would give it a 4 out of 5, and I would recommend it. Check out Hokum with Adam Scott, directed by Damian McCarthy, in theaters now. And honestly, you know, it's a short show, but that's about it for me today. So next week, I'm going to be going to SIFF. Well, actually, technically, from the time I'm recording this, I'm going tonight. Tonight's the opening night. And their opening night film is I Love Boosters. And that's what I'm going to be talking about next week. And I might cover some other movies I see at SIFF, the Seattle International Film Festival, on future episodes. But just stay tuned. And if you like the stuff I do here, please like and subscribe. And if you want to support, check me out on Patreon, patreon.com/cinemalives. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.